What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36. This is Big Games B.S, part of Den Media Group, presented by the greatest tailgate to ever exist. Tickets still on sale. We got a Duval crab pot on one side. We got barbecue. Excuse me. On the other side, $65. All you can eat, all you can drink. Cigars on deck, legends as well. All kinds of good stuff happening. Goes to a good cause to support the MFTK Foundation. The MFTK Foundation and all of the different things that we have going on there. You guys are being doing what you normally do. You're taking your time, your slow time to get it. Also, wait a minute. In 2 weeks, remember, we got the giveaway. 2 tickets to the Alabama versus Florida State game at Doak Campbell Stadium. You got to make sure you're tuned in. Make sure you're checking us out. Make sure you're doing all those different things if you want to do that. If you want to go to that game, be a tailgate tickets right here on the website. I don't know if we show the website on that. We'll drop the website in the link. If you're re-listening to this, the website will be in the description of the pod. What's going on, bud? Need that whenever if you got something. Stress the fuck out, man. Football season starts today. Mandarin Mustangs, we will play Mandarin University. We will play Orange Park in our kickoff classic. Jaden sent us the notes. Jaden won't be with us today. Spending time with his family in Orlando. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about high school football across the south, across in the area, and teams that we'll be watching, teams that we know. Hopefully next week on this channel, you'll be able to catch high school football. The Mandarin Mustangs on the stream. We're gonna have the game streamed. Trying to work out the particulars with Creekside High School to make sure that we get that going on. If not, we definitely will have the Atlantic Coast Mandarin rivalry game. That game will be crazy. Nuts. Just, we're gonna beat the shit out of them, but it's gonna be crazy. As well, because that's a rivalry. Those kids get amped up for it. Before we get into what we're discussing, we're gonna start our day off the same way we start every show off with a word of prayer. So let's go ahead and get that going.
You already know what time it is, dog. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God. God is great. All the time. All the time. Nobody wanna thank you, God. Thank you, God.
All right. Oh well. Real quick, Devin, you give me my stuff directly. You're colored. You gotta pay if you want to get the actual color. You gotta pay YouTube. So, but I appreciate what you do directly because I don't get hit with a 30% tax like that. But either way, it doesn't care. It's all going toward the MFTK Foundation. We will start our show off with some of the things of what your donations go to with the MFTK Foundation. We're going to talk about high school football and what's going on locally here in Jacksonville. We'll also talk about a little bit about some of the other area schools that we care about. We have we got the tailgate information as well. More on that. I will post that stuff. Oh man, damn. Sorry about that, Rob. Robert Owens lost his mom, man. Man, dog. Condolences, man. Again, we lost one of our grandmothers here not too long ago. And currently, right now, at this very moment, my grandmother is going through an evaluation with hospice. So damn, man, ain't nothing like the love. They say it's nothing like the love of a mama, man. But man, when you got a good grandma, dog, my grandmother hasn't been the same for about 21 years. My grandmother used to my sons will never get it. I feel bad. They'll never be able to experience my because she doesn't cook. She hasn't cooked in years because she's hasn't been well. But man, they'll never experience her neck bones and llamas, or just some shit that just some good fucking food from your like grandmamas. And we're losing recipes, man. We're losing recipes, man. I don't know. We're gonna read this. I don't know what the fuck is going on with the women in this world and the men. We'll talk about the men too, but like just right now, we're talking about women. But like, it's something about that kitchen, man, and that bonding and smelling that good food when you walk in, and just man, all of these women, not all of them, but a lot of these women only know how to make Alfredo. And I'm sorry, I'm not Italian. I don't want no Alfredo from a colored woman or a white woman, or what kind of woman I'm getting. Like if it's Hispanic, last thing I need is some goddamn Italian food. You better cook me some damn Spanish food. We're gonna talk NCAA college football, FSU. We got a little flip news that we heard. Talk about spring ball practices. Tennessee signing a new deal. Hawaii, Baylor, in the news for whatever reason. Arizona State, copy in Florida State. The most valuable programs. Then we're gonna go to the NFL. We're gonna go in deep with some Jag talk. We're gonna get some Jag talk here. Week 2 schedule, old ass players, franchise value. We knew that man was playing too well. Something had to give. But we'll talk about that a little bit more in depth. Is it bullshit? We're gonna talk about rookies staying out of trouble. And just more dysfunction with the Browns. More just NFL guys making trouble. NFL owners making money. NFL suing. Big Games B.S. Taylor Swift. In Midland and the South shall rise again. The South shall rise again, and I'm going to give you big games history facts. Because the problem with the world is a lot of y'all are doing things that you have absolutely no idea why you're doing it. It's just yeah, and then just we'll go from there. Again, like I said, I got to get my schedule together. We're gonna pump more content out. And outside of that, let's go ahead and get this thing started with what your donations give. Shout out to Bond Elementary School and all the people. Like if you're on this broadcast and you're listening to this and your jit got an MFTK bag, or if you want an MFTK bag, I'm not giving it to you for free because y'all can afford it. Pay $36. I will ship that bitch to you. You will enjoy it. But I love pictures like this. One, why the fuck does this baby have so much goddamn shit in they book bag? But luckily them things are sturdy. But this is the book bag that your $36 went towards. I just love it. It just gives me so much more, like so much. My creative juices are flowing. Like, I just need this to be a billboard. Like, we're gonna have like the company Blended Designs that I used to get my color kid backpacks from. I don't know what they got going on, but they ain't doing what I want them to do. So I'm gonna put my own colored babies on book bags from now on. And I got my two sons. I got my goddaughters that are gorgeous. Oh man, it hurts, man. I tell you, the oldest one, Sanaa. She's playing volleyball. I had to threaten all my boys on the football team. I said, man, I need them to not be boys. She's such a good kid. And then I told her, don't y'all go around trying to disrupt the pureness of my goddaughter. She's playing volleyball, man. I don't like volleyball, man. I'm going to help. If she wants to play, I'm going to pay for her. I'm going to help pay toward her what's that shit called? The club volleyball, which is expensive as hell. I don't like volleyball because I don't like the shorts anymore. Yeah, you stop liking them when like, I like college volleyball. I have zero interest in high school girl volleyball, but I know what those boys are like. She's looking like a woman. I ain't trying to hear all that shit, man. Like, it's gonna be nothing. The only understanding we're gonna have is a misunderstanding. But all of a sudden, she's looking like a woman. She's at Mandarin University right now, playing volleyball. But then I seen Vanny. Vanny's getting taller. They posted a picture of her little school uniform. And then I didn't see Sky. Sky's my favorite. So, I don't want to see that because that might get the little thug tears going on. But, like, just got the little jits, man. The little jits are out here dressed with the MFCK bags. We're going to put, like, more cool shit on it. I hope he's reading his little inspirational message and they haven't thrown him in the trash yet because, hey, I thought it was a pretty cool idea what the people were doing. I get pictures. If you got pictures of your kids with an MFCK book bag, please share it with me. Send it to me if you have my number or if you have our email address or any of those different things, man. Really want to see your kids getting active. Yeah. So, but Bert, they better not. I will lose that little stipend. I will pistol with one of them little bastards. Like, oh, we got to find that too. That got to be one of the things we talked about. Have you seen the video of the little badass kids doing dumb shit for clout? No. It was a group of teenagers kidnapped two other teenagers.
Oh my!
Had one in the bathroom. I don't know if he was naked or if they just had him in the tub. Oh, and it was slapping him. And then they told the friend, "Hey man, you gonna pistol whip him,
right?
Or hit him with the pistol." And I'm like, you know what? Dr. Umar was right. It's not just black kids. It's not just white kids. It's not just any kids. But some of these kids got to go.
Yeah, for sure.
We got to let them go. Mm-hmm. There's no rehabbing them. They're gone.
Yeah.
Like Ali Sadiq had a great thing where he talked about like nobody plans to go to jail, right? Nobody wakes up in the morning and says, I'm gonna go to the bank. I'm going to go run by this chick house, and at 2:30, I should be arrested. Like, they're not going to do that. But he says, to try to stop some of this it's cool, they should just start putting people in intake starting in 9th grade. Like, all you got is a backpack, and you strip down to your shorts, and they're going to fill 200 people in a room that's only supposed to hold 80. And y'all going to be back to back. So you can start feeling what it's like to go to prison, since that's what you want to live. That's the life you say you want to live. At least will prepare you to be the greatest prisoner of all time. But like some of these guys can't be saved. MFCK Foundation is not strong enough for them. But yeah, that thing was crazy. The only thing that can save those kids that can save the kids is to get rid of some of the kids. I'm sorry. Thanos was right. But yeah, that was a true MFTK moment. But nothing becomes more MFTK. And we've talked about this school before. They shout out to William M. Raines, Itchy Bam High School, north side of Jacksonville, represented in a MFCK moment, unprecedented. It was a big game, biggest game in the city. I'm mad. I'm irate, actually. Really fucking pissed off, but not for the same reasons that everybody else is pissed off. There are two things that were happening on August 23rd that were going to be dynamic in this city. One in which I was kind of hoping to get a hookup on, but I didn't get it. But I would have bought my ticket, been more apt to buy my ticket if I would have known this shit was going to happen. But, you know, Jeezy's coming into town because Jalen's taking his mom to go see Jeezy. Them Jeezy tickets is crazy right now. Jeezy tickets is $500 for nosebleeds. Man, it's $1,000 for the good seats. Bitch, I better be able to play the harmonica with the orchestra when that shit starts. I ain't never played the harmonica. I love Jeezy to death, but I could buy a lot of albums with that. But I was cool because I wasn't gonna go if I didn't get anything, because I was gonna go to the Raines High School versus Miami Central game. And then yesterday morning, I get woke up to they canceled the game. Not enough is being said. The problem with us is that you had the whole city support was behind us. It was going to be crazy. And I'm going to tell you why the game was canceled from all the different sides. I'm going to give you all the information. And then from there, we're going to come to our own conclusions. And there's a lot of villains. Or let me rephrase it. It's not one person's fault, but nobody stepped up to be the hero in this situation, which is what we needed. The Raines Moncrief area has a reputation. And I think that reputation is a little bit fabricated. Do Jacksonville have some crazy YNs? Yes. I've played at Raines. I've coached at Raines. Coached the game against Raines. I've coached the game against Reball. I have been to the Boys and Girls, not the Boys, it's a Boys and Girls Club. It's anyways, there's a place that's right there off of Moncrief. I was where I was supposed to have last year was supposed to have our youth league tryout. I give book bags out east. Now I joke and say I don't go where I'm not supposed to be at certain hours of night. But I've been to Bob Hayes. I've been to a lot of other different, man, I have never felt more safe on the north side than during a sporting event. Most times people aren't going to fuck up that. Now, in the parking lot, neighboring neighborhoods, after all of that, hey, not 1,000% sure. But I will say this, that community, this was going to bring so much more attention to this community. This game, and as a guy who's at the program on the south side that everybody's trying to make this as a rival, I understand what this game could have done for Raines. It would have been a big game. It would have been the greatest high school atmosphere that some of these young men have ever played in, which is what makes Friday Night Lights cool. It was going to be crazy over there. The food. I wasn't going for the football game. I really don't care anything about either one. I don't play these teams. I know they got some ball players. They got TJ Cole. They got a kid from Mandarin named Ethan Sherman, Red, really pretty good wide receiver, committed to play DB. They got a kid who we borrowed for a year at from Raines at Mandarin last year. Sharif, I think Sharif's last name is Dennison. I can't remember. We call him Reef. They got a kid by the name of Ducey Williams or Tony Williams Jr. Committed to Illinois right now. Really good linebacker. They got some good ball players over there. I wasn't going. I was going for the food. I know the food was going to be delectable. They were going to do something that isn't done at a lot of schools in this area. They were going to tailgate. And it was going to be great. Miami Central has a ton of talent. prestige, state championships, a lot of different things that come from them. Inner city school versus an inner city school, black power, pride, all that shit on full display. And it would have made kids from the city want to play in atmospheres like that, which would have probably helped them with attracting more talent so that they can be continue to be the pride of the North Side. And Coach Maz has been doing really good work over there. You see, I'm not a hater. I ain't never been a hater before. I could not necessarily rock with somebody, but when they're doing something good or they're doing something that I'm interested in, I'm going to be the first person to tell that person, yeah. I ain't got no beef, but I know a lot of people in the community try to make something. Like, man, Greenland Road, focus on Greenland Road. But what that was going to do, man, I was like, yo, that's something to be seen. That's something to be emulated. I called them out last year a little bit about why their schedule wasn't as challenging, and that's why Miami Northwestern boat raced their ass. Man, them boys made the call. They put Central on the schedule. They put Lake Mary on the schedule. They put some ball clubs on the schedule. But, shit happens. This game has been on the books, I believe, since like May or June. They finalized it. That schedule that you see on my screen right now had to go across the desk of every schedule goes across the desk of the district athletic director. That means somebody signed off on it. Can you pull that back? Let's see if we can see it. Pull it back, blow it up a little bit more. Okay, it doesn't have a time on it, but so the athletic director, who a good friend of mine's relative, you gotta submit it. It's got to be the school AD has to approve what the football coach wants. Then the school AD has to get it approved by the district AD. This is for this game to be canceled for the reasons in which they said it was canceled. Somebody should be fired for this, because this isn't a little hiccup. Miami Central is probably about a 5 to 6 bus hour ride away from us. It's not the longest trip in the world, but it ain't around the fucking corner either. These guys were going to, and this is the economic impact that it has on the city. Obviously, these people going to eat, right? It's not a one gas trip. You got to gas up in Miami. You get your ass up here. You know what you got to do? You got to buy gas. Hotels were bought. I'm sure there were going to be after parties that were going to be had. An entire ecosystem and an entire community was going to see an influx of people coming there and spending dollars in that area, which is dollars in Jacksonville. Police officers want to be bought. That means they're working overtime. They're making more money. The game they were going to probably bring in more stands. It was crazy how much money that was made by GoFan. For the game to be canceled a week and a half before the game's played is an astronomical fuck up on so many different ways. You don't get to you have to put deposits on charter buses. You have to sometimes, if you want to feed a team, you want to get a large crew of guys, you want to keep them together, you might have to put a deposit down at a restaurant. Logistically, it's fucked up to Miami Central. Because now Miami Central is not just one team affected. It's 2 teams affected. Miami Central doesn't have a week 1 game for something that's not their fault. Although it's a shame, and I don't blame Reigns per se, if I'm Miami Central, I am forcing a forfeit because I was prepared to play. They didn't have their ducks in a row, which is what I will say. when you have a game of this magnitude, you have to check, you have to double check, you have to do other shit. Now, let's get into the particulars. The game was tried to be moved up. The game was supposed to be at 6:30 p.m. on a Saturday. For some reason, now this happened about a decade ago, maybe a little over that. There was a shooting outside of a football game in Duval County. That year when that shooting happened, they moved all the rest of the games that season to Saturday mornings. Or no, Friday midday. Like, they just made it to where only, like, I guess they were trying to make it to where only the kids could come to the game. That's also why they shifted everything to GoFan, because now you can have an accurate account of who got tickets. Because you got to pay for them online. For some reason, and I'm going to say this because this is what it was. Raines High School is on the north side of Jacksonville. It's in the fucking hood. Jacksonville does have like most major metros, has a gang problem. There are some youths who don't have shit to do, so they decide to do other shit. That's probably not conducive or productive. But it ain't all black kids. It ain't all black people. It ain't just black people that was going to go to this game. There's going to be a lot of whites. But for some reason, we have made it up in our mind that at night, like not even like 9 p.m. at night, like most high school games before were played at 7:30 in Duval. Then they moved it up to 6:30. They did research that 6:30 p.m. is the best time that the goons don't come out. Shootings don't happen before 6:30 p.m. is what they've made up in their mind. So they said, well, you can't do it. You have to do this. You have to. They tried to move it to 5:30. No, not gonna work. Then they said you could play the game at 2:30 on a Wednesday. They told Miami Central, who's probably booked their shit, made their itinerary for a lot longer. They told them on a Wednesday that you could come up and play a game at 2:30 p.m., which would completely shift everything to where, okay, we need to now change our reservations to be able to stay the night before in a city that we don't know, try to practice somewhere to play a game because you feel this way. Now, or Raines High School has to foot the bill for the police officers. Now, those are not opinions. Those are facts of the case that are laid out right now. Now, they told them, if you want Duval County Schools to play at 2:30 p.m. If you want to play at 6:30 p.m., you need a minimum of 60 officers. You foot that bill. Now, here's the reason why. It's not just 60 officers for the game. They want to tailgate. They want to open up. So what happens is when you're just playing the game, all you have to do is worry about that area in the parking lot. Now Raines has a nice sized lot right next to it, where they do a lot of tailgating for like their Raines Reball game, which is at 2:30 p.m. on a Saturday, and some other stuff. So now it's outside the entire city could come. You have to have more police officers to be able to police that. That's per their rules, whatever. Have no idea what that costs, but that's a lot. It's probably a lot of money. It's probably a shit ton of money. 60 officers is a lot. It's a lot. Heavy police presence. But I get it. At tailgates, I can promise you they're not sipping Capri Suns. And it is going to be other stuff. Actually, the ironic thing is, you make me watch a high school football game at 2:30 p.m., I'm more likely to shoot you then. You know why? It's hot as fuck at 2:30 p.m. in Jacksonville. But these are the things that they said that they got to do. But my question to the district and everybody else associated with the district is, why was this not discussed in June? Do you know what they're saying the athletic director of the district fixed her lips to say? I I did not realize the game was going to be on a Saturday. You approved it. That ignorance is not an excuse. If you sign the paperwork, then that means you should have to go do it. Even if they got to break down the payments over time, you should have to pay for this. Now, Miami Central is putting this information out. I'd be remiss if I do not put this information out. I got a good friend, Florida State grad. If you're in the Black Greeks fraternities and sororities, he's an alpha. My man posted what he was told. I want to read this to you, so I make sure I'm reading it accurately. These are not my words. I don't care that much. I care because I wanted to go. I didn't want to pay money to go see Jeezy, but I also wanted to see this for the city. All right, Duval County AD, we understand gang activity, but Miami Central is offering to pay for travel, lodging, and meals to travel to Miami-Dade County to make the game happen. Central versus Reigns. That is what Miami Central is saying, that they have come together to make sure that this game can happen, and they were still told no. That's not copacetic at all. That's not cool at all. What should have happened is a hero should have rose up from this. I know a guy who could have been a hero, but he wasn't going to do it because every time something happened, they be like, they talk about my dog Toby.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Pitbull.
Pitbull would have definitely been. When I hear some, because I saw the text messages, don't mind the kids leaving. Go where you want to go. Cracker this, cracker that. That cracker don't care about this. That cracker don't care about that. I see the people talk about me. One of their coaches said, if he's such a good running back coach, why he always with the first round exits? I said, I ain't got shit to do with that. Honest to God's truth, like I've only been coaching again for 4-5 years. Ponte Vedra didn't have no first round exits when I got there. We went deep. AC, we were in some hella things, but like I would have tried to garner the support in the manner in which, because you're talking to a guy who raised $80,000 in 2 months for a book bag drive. Might have a little bit of leftover bread from that book bag drive. Might have been willing to say, you know what, man? But that's not my job. That's not my calling. That's not my ministry. Here's the craziest part. And I don't think you should have had to do it, but it would have been a show of fucking proof that the black dollar is that dominant and that we just wanted this. Where are the dope boys that could have put the money up for this? Everybody got money. Everybody got money. Everybody got this. Everybody got that. Where the money to make sure that that's what they're saying, safety? Or where is it to where, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to regulate this shit to make sure it's safe. The biggest problem in all of this is that the stereotype in which is being presented by these two schools, which is a terrible fucking stereotype, it doesn't, we also fucking perpetuate it. Murder cap. That's all I heard when I first moved here. Jack and kill. The bang 'em. The coach that I was around at FSU's practices. Our boys really about that. Our boys be out here. Our boys be out here. That's the fucking reason why we have to pay 60 fucking cops, off-duty cops double because of that dumb shit.
We can't play at like a bowl.
Should have been a neutral site game in the first place. I know this.
Play at Manor.
No, because we don't want that. No, I mean, no, because it would fuck our field up. That's the only reason. But the beautiful thing about this is in capitalism. I'll put this out, clip it. I remember when I was joking about Miami Northwestern whipping their ass. I put it like this, man. I know this. I'll put the money up to start a classic. A MFTK Duval Classic. We'll put the best teams in Jacksonville versus some of the better out-of-team states in the area. If y'all interested in that, I just need to know how much money you want to make for that game. You're not losing a home game. It's technically a neutral site. You still go play you 5 to 6 home games and then play 3 on the road. All I'm saying is guys, modern problems need modern solutions, and we got to do something to change some of the negative stereotypes in which we got.
What about all the people Rain sent to college through football? Why is that not being promoted?
It should be. I mean, that's not the job of, like, we can't say we don't want these people involved in our day-to-day and then say it's their job to promote what doesn't sell for them. It's our job to promote that. It's why it's not just saying them people. They think Mandarin High School is the whitest fucking school in Duval County for some reason. But we promote the fuck out of our stuff. Mandarin University was created by me. I got other people biting that shit. I always know I could host my yearly camp at Mandarin. Never been an issue. I wanted it at EWU for a fucking reason. In fact, I would want to have this classic at EWU so that it could build the brand. They got a turf field, which is nice. They just don't have parking like we need. And it's in a neighborhood. And it's out east. And we would run into the same fucking issues that they're running into at Reigns. But you play 3 games. I already know I can get Mandarin to do it. I can get Tallahassee Lincoln to do it, even though they got a fuckboy on their staff. But I do fuck with the head coach and some of the other people. I probably can get my dog with Tampa Bay Tech to do it. Would love to get Reigns involved. I'd call some of the teams from down south. Man, we can put on a stage. We can put something on the stage that's beautiful. But what has to happen is we got to work together. And it can't it's not that shit because it's my idea or your idea. I tell people it could be whoever's idea, but if I'm fronting the money, you goddamn right I'm going to look at every aspect of it. I'm going to take ideas, but one of the things we learned this shit last year with the 7-on-7 shit. And everybody, nah, man, he not from here. Let's do it a different way and present the product in the manner in which it should be presented. We can still have all the crab trays and crab pots and all the shit that makes Duval. But we got to run it a proper way. And again, I'm not blaming anybody. I really don't blame Reigns.
Not at all.
You put it out there. It was somebody else's job to oversee that shit or tell you. But I'm not a guy that I don't want to hear why I can't do something. Tell me what I need to do to make it work. And we can all come together. But the fact remains, all y'all did was bitch on social media. You know what I did when I woke up that morning? But then I realized, this ain't my fight. It's not my fight. All everybody want to do is complain on social media. I told my guy Chris Porter at First Coast News this is what's going to happen. He didn't even know. But you know what? Who should have told First Coast News? Should have been me. First Coast News, instead of seeing 1,000 fucking tweets, 1,000 Facebook posts, it should have been 1,000 emails to First Coast News, 1,000 emails to Action Jacks, 1,000 emails to News for Jacks. Trying to think I would covered all of the bases. 1,000 emails to the Times Union. It should have been everybody streams everything and goes live. It should have been people at Duval County Public School, DCPS offices, in front of it protesting this shit. But I'm a capitalist, so I see the brand and I see the value in it. I'm going to try. We'll see. If it works, it works. It doesn't. Hey, I have a heart for the community, but at a certain point, I always got to go back and look at. I got to make sure my own yard is mowed and all that other shit. I coach at Mandarin High School. My son is probably going to go to Mandarin High School. I have to do what's in the best interest always of Mandarin High School. But I do love, but outside, it's man, fuck them kids, not these kids. It's a lot of good kids at Reigns that got fucked because adults couldn't come together and make shit happen that was a promise to them. That at the end of the day, that's the only fact that matters. Adults got together and could not follow through on a promise that was made to them, and the community got fucked up as well. Should have went, actually, my fact, just thought about it. 1010XL, instead of 1010XL bashing and bitching about a motherfucking 14-year-old not doing their goddamn show, they should be ripping the fuck out of Tammy Talley in the district for not making this shit happen.
Right.
Like, that's where energy needs to be at. It is what it is, though.
Next up,
more MFTK news, drills that I would never do and that I would probably cuss out a coach about. This drill is interesting. I've seen it done on different aspects of it. It's a levels drill, but yeah. So we'll check this out. It's a good shit.
oh my gosh.
It'd be a lot of guys who could never do this shit that be always trying.
Yeah.
I hate when people have to try to prove their toughness through fucking drills. But I mean, the kid did a good job.
Yeah.
I don't think the guys trying to block him did a good job, but the kids did a good job.
Pointless.
If a linebacker got to go through all of that, they're probably not making it.
Right.
Making the tackle. Right. I'm gonna tell you this much: if my running back doesn't break that, like doesn't score after two people have blocked the linebacker, then that running back's sitting on the sideline with me.
Yeah, really though.
Like that drill is unrealistic. That's just a tough guy drill.
Yeah. He's so hyped on the sideline.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm not feeling that one. Again, more stuff. If you want to see that game happen, I need if you want to see Florida State win, we need 1,000 people at the tailgate. We're short of that goal by about 900. We tailgate of the century. We can go ahead and play that so you can see an example of what it looks like. We had 1,000 people at the Orlando tailgate versus LSU. We beat the shit out of LSU. We had 600 people at the tailgate in New Orleans, and we barely beat LSU. We had 300 people at the tailgate against Notre Dame, and we lost by 1 point. I mean, we lost. It was a 1 point. We lost in overtime. I do remember that. So if you want to lose close, give me 300. If you want to win close, give me 600. If you want to win big, give me 1,000. And that's what it'll be. We got, again, you look at it. Just everybody vibing together. We had blacks, whites, Haitians, Indians, all kinds of people just coming together in harmony.
I like the overalls.
Yeah, I like the overalls as fly. We'll have liquor, we'll have food, we'll have all kinds of other shit. And we have water. My goal is to have chaser, but I do know we'll have water. You know, and if you're impatient, this isn't the place for you. Like a lot of people like, oh, there's too many people wearing I paid and I didn't get my money's worth. Man, I didn't even get food. You a goddamn lie then. You should have got your ass in fucking line. We got seafood and we got fucking barbecue. And it's a lot of money that goes into that shit. It's a lot of effort, a lot of energy, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And you know, hey, some of y'all wouldn't be satisfied from getting head from Superhead. So like it just doesn't matter. But going into that game, FSU, Alabama, FSU getting some momentum on the trail. We had a kid decommit and possibly flip to Oklahoma. He's a defensive tackle, 3-star defensive tackle. Who gives a fuck? But we got some good news. We got a flip. We flipped the kid back to Florida State. Apparently, woke up this morning to that news, and we'll go ahead and pull that kid up. Isaiah Williams, I think he's like one of the top linebackers in the nation. Flipped from Ole Miss to Florida State. Well, back to Florida State. You want to know a history of his commitment timeline?
All right.
Committed to Louisville November of 2023. Decommits January 2024. Commits to Syracuse April of 2024. Decommits August of 2024. Commits to FSU September of 2024 before the bottom fell out. Decommitted with everybody else in November of 2024. Committed to the Gators March 2025. Flipped to Ole Miss May 2025. And almost a year later, you know who he committed back to? Florida State. Proving my boy CJ Wilson right. No matter what the gender, no matter what it is, you can always apply this. It is always get your girl back season. And so, but who knows? He may end up at Louisville. I'm going to be excited for today. Getting a top guy when losing a guy who was at the bottom of your roster, bottom of your recruit list is always a good day. Probably pushes us up from or keeps us in that top 15 range in terms of recruiting as Florida State continues to fill out their class. They are doing things that a lot of people say that they don't do well. With the 2-10 stink still on them. They go out there, beat Alabama, the world will explode. The internet will go nuts. Or even if they play well versus them, things will go very well for them in the right direction. So shout out to Florida State continuing to work, continuing to press, and do things the right way. Hopefully it all pans out and Florida State will become, again, continue to be victorious and do what they need to do. Moving forward, also 247. That was Rivals. He was a 4-star. 247s released their rankings for the class of 2028. While Miles pulls up the next thing, Bryson Wright, composite number 2 overall in the nation. 2-4-on-3 has him as a 5-star. Rivals has him as a 5-star. 247 has him as a 4-star. He's the number 2 player in the state of Florida, but he is the number 1 wide receiver prospect. They also have my guy Asher Gito from Bowles. He's a 5-star. He's ranked 29th in the composite. They have him as a 4-star. There is not 27 players better than the Asher in this nation, but whatever the fuck. Got some good stuff out of fall camp here. Jabril Rawls, somebody who's been making waves, saw him, noticed him a lot at the Jacksonville camp. Definitely one of those guys is going to crack into that rotation, been getting a lot of praise. Let's watch what these, was that just a picture or was it a video? All right, let's watch this video from fall camp at Florida State. And that's Elijah Moore. He's going up again. Oh, sticky.
Nasty.
That is nice. You got to get hype on that right there. Wait a minute. Go back again. Go back to the still. That's wild. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's the harder hand to catch with. So that would be his trail hand. Like if he was coming up with the left, you have more, you can bring it into you. Like there's more you can do. But to actually go over here, backhand the ball, and then bring it down, man, you make that, you're going ESPN. That's basically the Bryson catch, one-handed catch over the little midgets. But like that's impressive while pressing and playing physical against a bigger wide receiver. Maybe the ball wasn't thrown as high as it needed to be, but still a good ball, still a good play regardless.
sideline as the receiver.
Yep.
After that.
Good catch, man. Oh, okay, yeah. Steven FG puts a good question up there. All praise to him. Do I have any criticism of Elijah? Put the clip back up there. We can work on it. We can see this if you can. If you didn't delete it. Because basically what it looked like is Elijah's route was ran for him. So that means he must have like telegraphed some things. All right. So you see him have the outside. I mean, he's got inside. Rawls is playing is actually just eyeball. Right now he's got great technique. He's in his pocket. So go ahead, push play. Yeah, he should have gave more of an inside, like he was going to run a post. But he definitely did. He didn't get, like, he had that route ran for him. Yeah, that route was ran for him. There's nothing. Yeah, Elijah just was dominant. That was just a great. There wasn't much he could do on that one. Like, that means, but that comes from having a familiarity with the person that you're going up against too, as well. That's why sometimes it's just good to be, play against guys who know you. Elijah may be able to get away with more going up against a DB who doesn't see him every fucking day. And Jabril probably might not make that play against a wide receiver you don't see every day. But at that juncture right there, I think the work, if you're a quarterback, you got to throw a us or nobody ball. That's one of the ones you want to overthrow. You don't want to, like, throw it there. Most he could have done was try to get back position inside. But what if the quarterback throws it higher? I mean, what if the quarterback throws it to the back of the pylon? Then you're not able to get it. So, like, listen, I just think that's an incredible play by Jabril more than it is a bad play by Elijah. Yeah, actually, like, if you look at where the ball, where they're finishing at, like, the interception is thrown before the fade line, right? Go back a little bit more, Miles, please. Yeah, he's got him boxed right now, so there's nothing he could do besides to try to get in more. But quarterbacks got plenty of space to be able to throw it, to give him a chance to run. Right now, he's looking for the ball. If that's supposed to be a corner route, go ahead and throw it to the corner. Stands for the corner of the end zone. Throw it to the corner of the end zone, and you probably have a better opportunity. But kudos to Jabril for being a ball hawk.
Big win in the FSU women's soccer.
Yeah. Who do they play?
It says the Gators.
Oh, always good. Always good to beat the Gators. Gators are supposed to be good in soccer too, but our women are bad. We're a football school. Oh, that's an ass whooping in soccer.
Yeah.
5-0?
5-0. God.
Everybody got some. Everybody got to play. Kudos to them. Love mercy ruling opponents. Not gonna get into a bunch of soccer shit, but man, I was gonna go. I gotta talk with my guy. Hey, Grant, when are y'all are y'all practicing yet? I need to get over there so we don't have a rematch next year. But I was gonna go tomorrow, man, to go drop some waters off. Man, I looked at the hotels. I forgot this must be move-in weekend because, man, that shit is crazy. They charging vacation like in the island prices for fucking rooms, man. Yeah, I ain't not gonna be able to do it. Oh yeah, Conrad Hussey apparently got into a fight with a coach. Don't know. I do know he's off the team though. I know this. If he was good, he'd still be there. See Percy Harvin. Percy Harvin knocked out his wide receiver coach and still played.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, next. Let me get this on right here. We got Tennessee's old deal with Nike was worth about $5.5 million per year. They got a new 10-year deal with Adidas, is reportedly close to 20 mil. Boom. You can see right here.
That is
The Adidas logo.
I mean, it's worth how much?
20 mil estimate. It says reportedly close to 20 mil annually.
Oh, annually. Okay, I'm about to say, damn. $2 million a year? That ain't good. But okay, that makes sense.
A portion going to the athletes, directly to the athletes. What does that mean?
Everybody's structuring their NIL deals to where everyone's structuring their new deals to be able to go get pay the athletes directly. So like there's another Learfield deal where they're taking certain teams and they're streaming their games. And they're paying a percentage of what they make to the athletes. That's part of the deal. So it's like helping their NIL collectives get more money.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. It is fire.
I wonder why Nike just decided Tennessee wasn't worth it.
When the last time you just like it's just like it's just I think Nike just doesn't want to bid. Tennessee's not one of the bigger brands. They don't get talked about enough. There's no things that like they're not a premier school.
Yeah.
Somebody asked how long is FSU's Nike deal? That shit is probably what's the perpetuity. Like FSU, one thing Nike's not gonna do is lose FSU. Or somebody's gonna have to come in and give us like a Billy.
Ooh. But
like in this new climate, trust and believe, Mike Alford will probably be looking for it. Like, because we gotta pay. It's a race to secure funds. So you got to be able to do it.
Everything's only going up as regards to football in all levels. All right. Ooh, and speaking of that, we got Hawaii approved plans for a new 22,500 seat football stadium. I'm about to put that up right here. Let's take a closer look over here. I mean, these are all AI pictures, but Hawaii really is this beautiful?
Nothing better than a rendering. Renderings are like gonna make that shit look like it's out of a. But like, I mean, I think that's where they're gonna do the Pro Bowl again. It's nice, cool, good for the Rainbow Warriors.
How many does Doak sit?
Doak right now, I believe, is like I think it's like a 67 or something like that. It was 85.
Does 22,000 seem small, or
it's very small?
Like, geez.
It's very small, but like if it's built the right way, it could be rocking.
Right.
They ain't really got people buying tickets like that.
Yeah, I guess if you live in a vacation city,
it's expensive as fuck to live in Hawaii.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I'd be a bum on the beach.
Like I was like even like the McDonald's and like the prices they have out there is crazy.
Oh my gosh, I didn't hear about that. This one's kind of funny. Did you hear about Baylor?
Yeah, which is ironic. I want to get some of the info on this because this is crazy. Baylor sues Boston University over the BU logo, and it's identical. Yes, it is. What's wild about it is, one has a break, the other one doesn't. Probably because it has a white outline, technically, whereas BU has a black outline. Baylor has sued Boston University over its interlocking BU logo that is essentially identical to Baylor's BU logo. Baylor said it objects to Boston University using the interlocking BU design, which is essentially identical and or confusingly similar to Baylor's federally registered marks. Baylor has used the BU logo since 1912. If it's a registered trademark, it should have the TM on the side of it. It's crazy because if you do this, you can sue everybody. You ever see how many high schools use the exact logo?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, you don't want to get into a situation where you're fucking suing high schools. Like, you look like an asshole.
It seems ridiculous because they are such a lower level when it comes to sports. Boston University, you would have never noticed, but lawyers be lawyering.
Their job is to find bullshit. I'm looking up how long has Boston University been using the BU logo, because I feel like BU has been around for a lot longer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but it says at the bottom here.
The legal news site states that Baylor and Boston University reached an agreement in 1988 allowing both universities to use the interlocking BU. This indicates that Boston University's use of the logo predates 1988, but the year is not exact. The 1988 agreement, a legal news site, indicates Boston University and Baylor University, blah, blah, blah. Interlocking BU design has been a significant part of Baylor's identity. While the exact date of Boston University's first use of the logo is not specified. But that's crazy if you have that's going to get, like, this isn't going to get used.
Yeah, it would open up a can of worms.
Yeah, like, but if you already had some, like, you've known about, I was wondering why haven't they sued them before?
Yeah, they had
an agreement. And then you had an agreement since 88. Like, you just, like, if you want, like, I need, like, I've never watched Best Man Holiday, the next one, but like Terrence Howard has this scene where I guess he goes to Tay Diggs and he's like, "Do you need some money?" And like, that's all I want is you should just say, "Do you need some money?" Like, just ask them, are you a poor? Like, because we can help you. Just ask us. Like, don't come and call me a broke boy. Like, especially all the shit Baylor got going on. You would, like, God's been blessing y'all. Like, you went unscathed when your team was out here graping people. Like you just, like, they, just kind of like get some goodwill in the community for a little bit.
Right. Jeez. All right. But what they did do, maybe bringing back some goodwill among the nostalgic, is some of their chrome helmets. Actually, I don't remember these at all. Put this on the screen for you right here.
Those look like they're gonna get dinged up and be held to just keep painted.
Okay. Yeah, it looks better in that second picture. Okay. That first.
It looks better when the lights are off. Like an ugly woman at the club. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've talked more about Baylor right now than I have in the last 10 years. Like, or they haven't been this hot since RG3 played.
That's what I was gonna say. So, like,
let's just relax.
They're feeling themselves right now.
Yeah, like they're acting weird. They're being weird about it.
All right, next we got first look at ASU's new field level suite. Prices will start at $5,000 per seat and are sold as a set of 4 per at Sun Devil Source. And it's just growing so fast.
One, these are cool.
Level?
These are, like, if they're end zone, like, where I think Florida State messed up, but it's a little higher so you can still see.
Right.
Is theirs is on the sideline of the team. I actually like, so Carolina Panthers has an end zone suites. And I learned that when I went to the ACC championship a few years ago. Like, so like sitting in the end zone, go in there, get you some snacks, go out there and sit down, feel like you're doing, it says 5,000 a season or 5,000 a seat?
5,000 per seat and are sold as a set of 4 per at the Sun Devil.
What the fuck?
So you can only buy sets of 4.
Sets of 4. Okay, yeah, my bad. I'm thinking like, so 20,000 I'm buying 4. I'm buying 4 tickets, like 4 seats. I'm like, bitch, $20K. If I got, let me just tell people who these are for. They're not for you. Like, when I see fans be like, they're buying luxury suites and they're making me. I said, bitch, our season tickets aren't sold out. So I don't want to hear that shit. You can still buy season tickets for Florida State. Free game by big game for anybody right now. Y'all ready? Y'all want to know how to get into an Alabama game? The Alabama game for free? Not for free. Let me rephrase that. How to get into the Bama game for cheaper than everybody else. And actually, no, that's a lot. You can end up having your season tickets for free. It is cheaper for you to be a booster and buy the entire season fresh from the tit, like, get the milk from the tit, fresh from Seminole boosters, than it is for you to buy a single game ticket. You can go to I want you to hear me. You can go to every fucking FSU game for the same price as one ticket. And then you know what you're going to do after that? You don't want to go to Miami game? Sell the Miami game ticket. We got Miami, Virginia Tech, Pitt, Wake is homecoming. Those are 4 games that are you can get, that's $400.
Now that I look at it, this is kind of cheap. Like, these are chairs we gonna have at the tailgate.
Those are nice chairs. It's food, it's liquor, it's in the air condition. And you know what this is? It is a tax write-off. Yeah. A business, this is an entertainment expense.
This is a flex because it's not like that much better than a regular seat. I mean,
it's a flex. Regular people just don't buy these.
Yeah, exactly.
That you buy like a company that makes a lot of money. Oh my God, I'm going to get taxed if I don't spend this $20,000. What can I do? Oh, okay. I'll just buy some. I go to Arizona State games. I want to see Arizona State do well. I'm going to buy these tickets. That is who they're selling them to. Yeah. They're not selling them to you.
Yeah, my broke.
Or unless you make $250,000, then you're like, cool. Or if it's $100K, like $100K, I don't go to church. I'm not giving fucking 10%. A lot of y'all don't. Your church is football. You don't want to believe me? Check this. If you sing your school's alma mater, it is set to a hymn tone. You pray, you stand up and you praise for 3 hours nonstop. You're drinking bread and wine sometimes. While a dead pig that was sacrificed gets thrown around by a bunch of other people who hit each other, and then they say the national anthem. But like, you're sitting there and your tithe is going to the school. You know where the money is going. Yeah, it's going to pay athletes now. But you know what? When you give the $20 to the bum on the streets, you don't know where that's going.
People love flexing. Well, and then tax write-offs.
Tax write is really just that. It's just a tax write-off, and it's a flex.
I could put a little red carpet under you, hold an umbrella over your head.
Bro, if you offered that service, I bet right now, if you want to come up, don't be the water boys. Actually, sell water. Like at football games and stuff. Be an umbrella boy. Open up your umbrella and charge people $5 to walk them in shade, or just whatever, depending on how far it is.
You can even charge extra seats for, like, make a social media person seat, like something with the extra camera phone holder at a good angle so they can stream while watching the game, or some type of.
So when I used to play Madden heavy, right? And in college was really also when I played college football before they took the break. You could do like the owner mode, right? Hire the coach. I love building a stadium or doing stadium upgrades. And you could do things like Wi-Fi in the stadium. Like, this was like Madden 10 or some shit like that. Cell phone chargers. All kinds of different amenities that you can add to it. You know why I like going to the Champions Club at Florida State? They have Wi-Fi. I can actually use my fucking phone in the Champions Club.
It's not about the luxury itself. It's about giving one group a luxury that a lot of people around them don't have, and they can see.
Yes.
Right. So even if it was like, a piece of candy, if the rest of the stadium don't got that piece of candy and they can see you with the piece of candy, now you're making money. I'm understanding rich people now.
Bro, it's like it's rich people and women. Yeah. You don't buy me flowers. Okay, flowers die. But you know why they want you to buy them flowers? so the other bitches can see that they got flowers.
Yeah.
Men would not drive Porsches, Lamborghinis, and Corvettes if women liked Mazdas.
God damn, I wish they liked Mazdas.
Like it's, and I'm again, the more you don't care, the only thing more attractive to women than frilly things is not giving a fuck. Because if you don't give a fuck, they're gonna want to fuck more. It's just it's crazy the things that don't the things that don't make sense. There are only rules for people that they don't like, and that's life. Rich people don't have the same rules as you. But again, the problem is the punishment of being wealthy is being taxed. And they force you to spend more. So I'm gonna just tell you the circle of life in the rat race. The more money I make, the more money I got to get taxed. If I keep that money and that money makes me more money, I get taxed on that money. If I spend more money, I get taxed less because it's an expense. By me spending that money to get taxed less, I have to be around poors. And so when I'm around poors, they see me as you just over there wasting money because they can't understand the fact that I got to spend this money so that I don't get taxed unnecessarily. And I'd rather be where you're at. I mean, I'd rather spend it on myself than to give it to somebody, to give it to the government. Now, I really believe if we wanted to end all the world's problems, they should just have a lottery system where if you make under $40,000 a year as a family, you get adopted by some kind of rich guy.
Get their write-offs.
And their job is completely like they make their, like you got to take up 70% of their needed expenses are paid. But this way you have a face with the name and it makes you feel better than the government just taking, because they take more. I actually didn't. I was doing the research the other day. You know, we pick on Switzerland and a lot of these other countries that have free healthcare and all these different things. And they're like, but they get taxed 45 to 50% of their money. So I had to ask my friend, I said, hey, all right, I'm right around 35. I'm 35% tax rate. So let's just say this, hypothetically speaking, Florida has a 7.5% sales tax. So I already get paid. I get taxed 35% on the money that I bring in, regardless. That also doesn't include your property tax, which is about 5% of the house or whatever, or depending on where you're at. This percentage of the house every year, regardless. Sales tax. So if you spend $70,000 a year on shit, 7.5% of that goes to tax. It just, when you start doing the math, you're paying what they fucking pay in these other countries and we don't get shit.
I mean, even simpler than that, you can see how much more we work than them and realize that something ain't adding up.
So
right.
I'm saying all this to say is, if I got to spend $20,000 on what the fuck I want to spend it on so I don't get taxed more, bitch, who? We're going to have a great time. So anyways, man, just sorry to get on that tangent, but like,
another business idea called write-offs.
Right, yeah. Like, but the thing
is,
when I see shit like that, it doesn't bother me. You know why? So I'm not gonna spend it.
Yeah. It's not for me.
It's just not that. That's the beauty of it. That's the problem. Not everything is for you.
I just want to come up with something ridiculous so rich people can spend their money on.
Me too. And I just want to like vibe. But anyways, like, shout out to Arizona State for doing shit that Florida State's doing. So, and nobody's talking about it until it releases. Imagine a world where you could just sneak in luxury suites and not a person bitches about it nationally.
I can't believe how much shade you got in like 0.2 seconds. Here we go. Next.
Most valuable programs. Is Arizona State on this list? Who knows?
They trying.
Texas makes sense. Georgia, huh? I wouldn't have thought they would have been that high, but makes sense. You know what? Now I think about it, they are the premier school in Georgia. Even though Georgia Tech has all the rich tech people,
right,
and engineers, Georgia is the state school.
That can change if they start, investing more. Is it University of Kentucky got this huge investor coming to that?
Kentucky, it's a lot of schools. Just people just there. I love their old rich people. Like just like T-Boone Pickett's Oklahoma State. Like it didn't work for him, but he was just like, I just want to see him win a national championship before I die. So I got all of this fucking money. Let me just spend it.
This could change.
There's like
with the people like that.
Again, I don't think people understand. I get it. I'm mad, but it's kind of I get it. If you study history, every so many centuries, a group of people get subjugated. I get it. Owning people seems like the shit sometimes. And that's the only reason these people are spending money on athletes. But if for me to get, like, that's the flex. For me to get pleasure in life, if I got to give some people that are subjugated $60,000 to get what I want and I got it, well, God damn it, here you go.
Yeah.
But Notre Dame, I thought would be more. I wonder how they came to these numbers. Florida State being worth that is kind of wild to me. Miami's worth a lot for them to be such a small school, but they got a good thing going down there. That medical school. Florida State's, I think, valuation should in the next 10 years will probably double, if not triple, because what they're doing with the partnership with TMH and the medical school and stuff like that. Some of the things that they're doing from, again, a lot of people don't realize how those things affect anything. AC counts C. We talked about FSU earlier in the show. Hussey was a good high school player. It's not working out for him right now. He's not better than Kirkland or the 3-star that came in. Just sometimes you got to keep working, man.
Tennessee's still up there, though.
Tennessee is up there. You know, when that leather helmet money, man.
A lot of time, but we got onto our NFL.
Yeah,
Jaguars in-depth recap of training from yesterday. Oh, training camp yesterday. Okay,
gotcha. Let's talk Jags. We'll talk some. UT has I didn't know that, Daryl Jackson. So Tennessee's the Feds.
Oh my goodness.
Makes sense why they didn't why the charges ain't stick. They're a snitch.
This is a bit of a lengthy one, but it's from your girl.
Mia,
yeah.
Oh yeah. This one's fucks with Mia.
She said, let's start with this. In my 7 years of covering the team, they have never had a true intra-squad scrimmage midweek. The second of the last week of the training camp, was it pretty? No, not in the slightest. Did the coaches make the players run sprints after and hold them accountable? Yes. Did every player coach who spoke after the practice reiterate that? Yes. The goal is to mentally and physically test the team at this juncture. Chronological order. We did see some one-on-one reps prior to the start of the scrimmage. I had Jonah Monheim, Kiwi Rose, Austin Johnson, and Wyatt Milam. I probably killed those names. Eli Mostert, Miles Cole, and at least 2 wins each. Walker Little won against Trayvon Walker. Josh Hines-Allen's left Anton Harrison on skates. Dennis Gardeck left Ricky Lee and Javon Foster in the dust. Overall, though, strongest performance from the O-line one-on-ones we've seen. Anton Harrison, lower body came over. Okay, slight injury. Let's go. As far as the reported drops, I had Italia Asfalo, Joshua Cephas, 3.
I like Cephas.
Brian Thomas Jr., 1, first play of the scrimmage. Hunter Long, 2. Trent Irwin, 1. Austin Trammell, 1. There was also a play clear miscommunication between Lawrence and BTJ and Travis Hunter, as both receivers ended up in the same 5-yard radius and the ball sailed in between them.
This is pretty detailed, Mia.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're supposed to say this. Keep reading.
Highlight for the first team offense was Trevor Lawrence's last throw on the run to Brian Thomas Jr. for a touchdown. Lawrence outran an oncoming Trayvon Walker and zipped the pass between 2 defenders in the end zone. The play prior to the was near TD on the screen pass to Travis Hunter. Walker Little leading the way downfield. Lawrence also had a no-look Mahomes-esque completion to Brenton Strange in the team period. Let's see, a lot of run for Travis Etienne from the jump. Bigsby and Tootin with the second most reps in the RBs during scrimmage. Bigsby had a TD and emphatic celebration, although LaQuint Allen certainly had opportunities. Trevor Lawrence praised his growth in pass protection after practice. Jakeedon Jackson showed his jump cut prowess too. As far as the defense sacks, Johns Hines Allens was in the backfield early and often, had a sack, Walker Little on the sixth play of the day, the play that Hunter Long dropped the ball, went off his helmet. Dwayne Smoot had a sack called back for PI. What's that name? I can't even see that. Emmanuel Ogba, Yasir Abdullah, and Jordan Jefferson both had would-be sacks. Rookie Kiwi Rose, BJ Green also were in the backfield on multiple occasions.
That's not good.
I ain't gonna lie, a lot of these names, boy, I have never seen before. But it is practice. Arguably the truest pass breakup we've seen all camp on the final play of the day. One of the better throws from Trevor Lawrence on the day to Brian Thomas Jr. was broken up by Jerrion Jones down near sideline, as Jones was step for step with BTJ. Back-to-back strong day for number 22 as the de facto cornerback one in Tyson Campbell's absence. Although Campbell was at practice off to the side, I had Jones with two other PBUs.
A lot. Like, we can hold on. The best, we just go to the last.
That's it. I mean,
the last sentence.
The last, Cam Little.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Little was a perfect 3 of 3 on the day. If you made it this far, I know yes.
Basically, what Mia O'Brien said is they suck, and we have no idea what this team looks like.
She painted a
this is very grim. This is my 10th year covering the Jags, and it sounds like I'm going to try to find creative ways to say that they suck.
She did a decent job.
She did a really good job. Like, she's really good with her words.
Yeah.
Like, Angelo puts, why is all this talk of Travis Hunter's wife filing for divorce? Because people want to see misery sells. Yeah, that boy is not getting a divorce from his wife this quick. She's gonna ride this out for at least 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, the streets haven't gotten her yet, but it's coming. It's coming. But I hope not, though. I hope for him. Again, it doesn't. We can all be happy for somebody if they're happy because it doesn't affect us. Yeah. Travis Hunter is not my brother. His sister is. His wife is not my sister. That's who he's fucking, or she's. I don't know. Like I said, but if she's out on, if I see her in the town center and she on a date and it's none of my fucking business. That's between him and his attorneys. All I care about is he going to catch the ball and get interceptions. Outside of that, hey, God bless you. Week 2 preseason schedule. What we got coming up? Anything? Let's see if there's anything of note that we should care about. Today, the Titans play the Falcons. We need to go see if Cam Ward stinks it up again. Also, the Chiefs play the Seahawks. Dolphins at Lions, Green Bay versus the Anthony Richardson-less Colts, Miles' Patriots versus the Vikings, the Browns versus the Eagles, the Panthers. And do you know the Panthers allegedly have a transmission cheerleader that's making people really, really upset for some reason and saying that this is why they don't watch the NFL? When I have no idea. I've never watched the NFL game and like really focused on the cheerleaders.
Not at all.
I got news for you guys. You don't have to like nuts. Like you don't have to watch that. Like, it's not even there. They're there for half a second. Yeah. Like, it's not even there. Like, yeah, you probably won't even recognize it. So San Francisco, the Bay Area, the Ravens play the Cowboys. Chargers play the Battle of LA. Jets versus the Battle of New York. So I guess everybody who's in the same city plays each other. The Buccaneers at the Steelers. There's been a lot of talk about how the Steelers are looking really, really rough against the Buccaneers in camp.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Cardinals versus the Broncos. Sunday. Oh, I didn't know it was Sunday. Probably too late for me to get a ticket out there. Jaguars versus the Saints. Bills versus the Bears. We got Monday night preseason football. This is nuts. Bengals versus the Commanders. Yeah, this is all preseason.
It's good to see Cam. You want to see that. The Falcons, I expect to be a mess still.
Yeah, they can't even spell Michael Penix's name right. I just don't like. Again, it's preseason. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I'm excited for my Patriots though.
Who do the Patriots have? That's pretty. That I want to. Oh, they still got Drake May.
Yeah,
they're trying to do the
I just been
experiment.
reading some good things coming out of camp. NFL franchise values. Want to get into that next?
Now let's talk about old ass players.
Old ass players. All right. And, players entering their 10th year in the league. Yeah, that is old NFL years.
It just feels like Joey has been. I didn't realize he'd been playing that long. But
Dak Prescott's been 10 years sucking it up as a starter.
Yeah, man. He's definitely a scammer.
He's not even white. How they giving him so much leeway?
Derrick Henry. That's why I say like we gotta chill on it. Like there's real racism. But we can't keep saying like I'm not watching like maybe Colin Kaepernick was the seed that needed to be planted so that more black quarterbacks can sprout.
Right.
As I told my dad, not sacrifice, excuse me. What did he do? Protest without consequence is a temper tantrum. And so like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. He paved the way.
Jared Goff. I didn't realize Cheetah was that old. That's crazy. Jalen, did you see Jalen Ramsey doing pivot?
Nah, what did he do?
It was his voice has hit puberty. You can tell, like, this is what I'm starting to believe. All right. So we had a run, and I liked this run. I don't think women like the reverse of this. I would hope they don't. I am a fan of lesbians. Love them. I know that even when now we're starting to see studs getting pregnant every day.
Yeah.
And they're making jokes. I believe that it's not, there are some who are real and about that life. Most aren't.
Yeah.
They're just curious. Right? I'm starting to believe that these sassy ass boys that wear their pants a little too tight, that have the female mannerisms, that talk very light, grow out of this phase. They may have done some gay shit.
It's their lesbian phase.
This is their lesbian phase. They're in college.
Got it.
They're experimenting. Right? Jalen Ramsey's voice. I've met Jalen's dad. Right? I remember making a joke when Jalen went on, like, they had his dad on NFL Network, right? I was like, yo, why is Jalen's voice way deeper when he around his pops? Because his dad was a fucking firefighter, like a man's man. Yeah. Cool ass dude. When they had the brawl, when we went in 17, we went on a run, I was in Jalen's suite with his dad. If you listen to him on the Pivot podcast right now, I'm like, when did Jalen's voice get this deep? He's talking like, because even so, they talk about the Steve Smith interview. I mean, what he did, like, you know, because Steve Smith went and talked about it, and then they asked him about it. Like, did you get it? His? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. And then they're like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I was going through that, man. And I was just like, you know, it was my Kobe Bryant, MJ moment when Kobe Bryant went and they said, you can't talk to Michael Jordan like that. Well, everybody else was scared of Steve Smith. So I went out there and I just had to tell him, man, you ain't like that. You ain't built like that. And then he want to come try to fight after the game. And, you know, I'm like, man, whatever, dog. Like, he was talking. If I didn't know that was Jalen, I would not have recognized it. Like, and I'm like, he got 3 kids, but like, it's just, hey, hey, man, maybe it takes 10 years for someone. Maybe you got to get into your 30s before you reach your maximized manhood or something like that. But kudos to Jalen. DeForest Buckner got great genes. Like, he looks damn near the same. Head a little wider, but it looks the same in that picture. Yeah. But nah, that's funny though, these guys. But nah, I'm just saying, like, I think maybe some of these boys just need to go through their lesbian phase. I don't know. Like, again, I think I know a lot of it has with this stuff where people are feeling that, like, again, it's just, well, I gotta, in order to unlock my feminine side, I need a masculine man to unlock it. And bitch, this is what the fuck you get when you got. I saw somebody else say, like, when you all these strong ass women is dating these fairies. Like, you attract what you are. So, like, if you strong, like, you got all of this other stuff, you're gonna attract a softer man. Hey, again, I don't need to unlock shit. Like, you gonna be what you is or you ain't. Or I just won't be there, which is cool. You have every right to be what you need to be. But, like, that's just the way the world works. But anyways, that's funny. 10 years doing that. 10 years. Kudos to those guys. Reaching that mark puts you in a small circle of a lot of people. So cool with that. Franchise values. Goddamn, I can see why Jerry don't give a shit about winning. You know why? His main asset is worth $12.8 billion. The Rams, $10.43 billion. The Giants, $10.25. The Patriots, $8.76 billion. Mr. Three Finger. It's got a lot of bread. San Francisco treats, $8.6 billion. The Philadelphia Eagles, right around the corner from Gaberhood, $8.43 billion. The Dolphins, the South Beach, damn, like the 3 gayest places on earth, like, are worth $8.25 billion. The Jets right after that, $8.11 billion. The Raiders, $7.9 billion, and the Washington Commanders are $7.47 billion. So good shit for that. Again, that's why when y'all keep, like, it is not about it's about owning people. That's why they don't want to be forced to get rid of these franchises. Watching a little ball, a dad that gives pure game, masculine dad, masculine energy. I like their dad more than I like the players. The Browns, Amon-Ra St. Brown basically treated it was a terrorist to the Dolphins, and just cooking them. And we got video of that from their practice. Man, some of these guys look like they needed some milk or help. He was faster, stronger, and just whipping ass. So we'll see this here coming up. Oh shit!
Damn, that small hesitation.
Just then he let him run with them, and it just didn't even. Did you notice? Okay, you know what? Go back real quick to that. Remember how we just talked about Elijah? Somebody asked me, what did Elijah Moore do wrong? Now, Elijah Moore, and I hate to say this, he looked for the ball. But, like, if you look at his head placement, it's very subtle how he's side-eyeing that ball and tracking it. Like, so the DB can't even make a play, and then look where his hands come at the last minute. Like, DB can't even make a play on the ball because he's playing you. Same thing. Again. Use his helmet to help him catch. Boom. 7-on-7 shit. Damn, dog.
It was reported that Detroit was having all sorts of trouble with their offense during camp, and then during this joint practice, they felt like they fixed all their problems.
What happens is you're tired of hitting the same people in camp. Nothing brings families together than an outside threat.
Mm-hmm.
They needed an external threat to bring everybody together. I tell people all the time, like, I might beef with family members, but that's family still. Like, I'll stop. I mean, hold up. It's still fuck you, but nah, fuck them. We got to whoop them ass. And then I can get back to saying fuck you again. I ain't got to talk to you again. Happens in war. Like, people might not be, like, they allies, but they ain't really, like, cool. I don't just like them.
Apparently, they destroyed the
That
Dolphins
pick
during
right,
practice.
that clip right there, though. I'm pulling my hand. I'm claiming a hamstring injury. You're just not finna do this in front of my kids.
It's not going to be a good Dolphin Miami season. It's going to be tough.
Listen, man. Where's gang member Tua? Pineapple Boy. Is he doing anything?
They did have him play a bit, but he didn't score.
I still can't get over that shit. That motherfucker OG light skins had the dude that died, Hamlin. It was supposed to be you. And then he dropped him. Oh man, this is just the things that should be funny or hilarious. I don't understand it, but yeah. Yeah, Detroit. I want Jacksonville to win, obviously, before anybody. I know that's not happening anytime soon. But I would love it for a city like Detroit, you know, to get this. Talking about the San, I think Jaden got talking about the San, so in joint practice, let's hear what Jalen Hurts and what he has to say about Shadur Sanders, I guess, basically.
Oh, gotcha.
And this is an ultimate. You talk about flexing on people. This. I didn't realize no audio. It should have been able to hear that.
Yeah, for real. That one. But basically, what he was
No,
saying,
they can't hear. So yeah, he was giving them an OG talk, is what Jalen said. He was giving them a check. Wait a minute. Well, can y'all hear me?
Check.
Mic check. Oh, they hear me. Okay. Well, yeah. Basically, Jalen was just saying he gave him a OG pep talk about being resilient, about doing your thing, you know, like what it takes mentally to be able to be in this position. And I guess he strained or did something to his oblique, which people can. It's two things that can mean, and unfortunately, it gives us no clarity on the situation. Injured oblique could mean they saw enough of what they needed to see in him in game one, and are going to ride it out with him. And now they want to go see more from the other guys. Or it could just mean, all right, man, we trying to put this shit to bed. Either way, everybody's going to make much ado about nothing when it comes to this Shadur shit. But you know, and I want them to continue to ball out and do the best. So, you know, but that's good for Jalen to be a voice of reason when it comes to him. I'm sticking with the Browns. The Browns are officially last chance you for the NFL. Rookie Quayshawn Judkins will not face any formal charges as prosecutors have declined to move forward. This clears the way for him to return to the team, and I'm told that should likely happen in the near future. He's still not officially under contract. That needs to get done, but it should happen very, very soon. So if you remember, Quayshawn Judkins did the thing that you can't do. You can smoke weed, you can kill people, you can do a lot of stuff, but you cannot harm a woman. Do not hit a woman by any means. His old lady, him and his old lady probably got into a fight. When police are called, somebody's going to jail. Now, you have to cooperate. You really don't have to. They can still press charges even if the woman chooses not to cooperate. I think the woman wanted to drop them, but this is why I always tell, this is why I stress that I'm going to pick my son's brides or the women that they're going to really be with. Up until that point, ain't nothing but dick and disappointment over here. What you're not going to do is fuck up our bag. I'm going to teach my sons to not put a finger on a woman, maybe put a finger in a woman, but never on one. And this shit right here, like, it's not worth it for you. And the Browns seem to be a rest haven for dudes who are wrongly accused of different things, because we'll get to that now. But again, the only way to stop this, and it's unfortunate because I do know that domestic assault, sexual assault, all of these things really do happen. It happens to men too. Men just don't report it as often. But we have got to start, if you're a good man, there's got to become some kind of grant, some kind of program, male defense fund, where they can like really skim this stuff, and we start prosecuting and suing people who falsely accuse. Because you know what? Somebody's going to always call this man an abuser, even though the charges are dropped. Just like I got one of my teammates, Travis Johnson, much known rape case. Almost ended his whole career before college, was facing 15 years. Bitch took it all the way to trial. Everybody knew she was lying, including the judge. But like, everybody, you Google Travis Johnson's name, you know it. I'm gonna say the chick's name, but I don't remember her last name. But you Google Serenity, that did track at Florida State. Actually, she didn't do track because that makes you think she's petite. That woman was a shot putting discus thrower. Now, don't get me wrong, Serenity was bad. It actually gave me pause. I'm like, I had to go see what Trap went through. I was like, hey, I don't want no smoke with that. I don't want to be around her. Ain't nobody gonna be talking about me on the bus to Thomasville. But like, she power cleaned, squatted more than me at that point. And I had the same labrum surgery that Travis had a year later. Like, there was no way you could get around that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't, like, you don't recover. Like, a small, petite woman tap you on your shoulder and you're down. Like, I think you should have to get prosecuted. And Londa B puts, I don't care. I don't know why that's not a thing now. Every liar should be prosecuted to the highest extent. It's because feminists and people who have their heart in the right place, but they only are looking at it from one side of it. Look at it as a perspective that if you do this, you're going to strike fear in the women who actually do get done, and they're going to want to know, why should I pursue this? And I hear that, but why should an innocent man have to have his life subjected and ruined? Because as the gay prophet thespian from Baltimore that rapped about living on the West Coast stated in his poetic poem, I Get Around. It's a lot of real G's doing time because a groupie bent the truth and told a lie. It's been like that since the Bible. But we'll get on to some other guy who's now with the Browns, and because the Browns are last chance you for the NFL. And I'm glad that this man has gotten it, and I hope he prosecutes this bitch to the highest extent. Now, don't get mad at me because I called her a bitch. I called her a bitch because that's what she was. If I don't call her a bitch, Tom, it would be disrespectful to you, and I can't do that. To quote a pimp named Slickback. We must call her a bitch because if I don't call her a bitch, it would be disrespectful to you. Isaiah Bond, the ex-Longhorn receiver, who was a projected second-round pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, will be signing with the Browns as an undrafted rookie free agent. Bond went undrafted after being issued a warrant for sexual assault in April. He has now been cleared all charges. First and foremost, I want to express my deepest gratitude to the Cleveland Browns for believing in me and allowing me the opportunity to continue my NFL career. Football has been my passion since I was 6 years old, and playing at this level is a blessing I will never take for granted. I understand that playing in the NFL is a privilege, and I am thankful every day to live my childhood dream. I know there have been questions and reports about the recent allegations. I am grateful for the decision of the prosecutor and the courts not to pursue charges. I will learn from this experience as I grow in wisdom, character, and faith. On the advice of my attorney, I will not discuss the details of the case, but I want to be clear. From the very beginning, I have refuted these allegations and maintained my innocence. I stand firm by that today. I want to sincerely thank the Cleveland Browns, specifically Mr. Haslam and Mr. Berry, for giving me this opportunity. My agent, Damian Butler, shout out, Morehouse graduate. He's a Morehouse man, and Omega Psi Phi, and CMV Sports for standing. Oh, I think he's from Tallahassee too, for standing beside me every step of the way, never wavering, working to resolve this matter. My attorneys, Toby Shook and Kristen Moore, for their relentless pursuit of the truth. My trainer, Ursula Hayner, and the entire staff of Sports Academy Frisco, and my parents, Penny and Edward Bond, for unconditional love and support. My focus now is football, learning the offense, building strong relationships with my teammates, and making significant contributions within the Cleveland community. I'm determined to prove to the Browns organization and everyone who believes in me right for putting their trust in me. Gotta watch these hoes, man. You got to, man. There's no other way to say it, man. Like, and what's crazy is, again, it's a lot of things that could happen. I was looking at this attorney, and he was talking about how he beat a sexual assault case by disproving the rape kit expert, and because the rape kit expert put out some information that was false, and what she said is that you could tell by the bruising that that she had that there was rape, because that's how they determine it. Which we adults in here, rough sex happens. Some people are bigger than others. Some women aren't as naturally lubricated as others. So, like, a rape kit doesn't always tell the truth about how things are. And women know when they're properly aroused, and sometimes you ain't got time to do all that other shit. But the lady said that the average male penis is 8 to 10 inches. That's what the rape kit expert said. And the guy said, objection, in the fucking NBA? That's what he was just like. He's like, nah. And he was just like, he happened to see a picture of his client. And needless to say, the client was, hey, it's a lot of stuff like this is happening to people, and we laugh and we mock the athlete. We laugh and we mock the young man, and we say shit like, men should be more careful. Men should do this. And it's crazy to hear this come from women, because women don't apply that same logic. Like, they'll tell boys, you got to dress better so that you don't get arrested or stopped by the police, right? But then we'll fix their lips to say, when a man says, hey, if you don't dress a certain way so that people will get look, that's my body, my choice. You should be less rapey. Okay. If the goal is to have people be less judgmental, we need to be less judgmental. If the goal is to make sure that these situations don't happen, we need to hold everybody to a standard of accountability. And that shit, that biblical virtue that a lot of people try to preach, that shit doesn't exist anywhere besides people's heads. Fucking is in the Bible. And I'm sorry, man. It's promiscuity is going to happen. A bunch of young, fit people with money, fucking is going to happen. If you don't want to, there are overly aggressive people. Those people need to be prosecuted. But man, we got to stop telling our girls, like, not feeling shame is not rape. Like, not liking it is like, but if you chose to get in that bed, then took that thing up, hey man, you got to go with the consequences. But kudos to that jit for getting out of that situation. Hope he makes the best. We'll get two more legal things. ESPN sources say Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice is expected to have his disciplinary hearing with the NFL on Tuesday, September 30th in New York. This means that Rice now is likely to be able to play the first 4 weeks of the season before any potential discipline is imposed for his role in a multi-car crash in Dallas during the 2024 offseason. Like, damn. And so he's just out here just driving recklessly. We'll go to one more thing. The NFL could sue Brian Flores. The NFL can be put on trial over civil claims that Brian Flores and other black coaches face discrimination. A federal appeals court ruled Thursday, finding insurmountable flaws with the league arbitration process that would permit Commissioner Roger Goodell to serve as arbitrator. So basically, they were trying to get Roger Goodell to be able to issue the ruling. He says he doesn't. They don't want that shit. They want to get they want to get real legal in this, and that's what's going on. And of course, if you go look at the comments under that, people just can't believe that black coaches would be doing this and blah blah blah, yakety schmackety. Big Game B.S. segment. Again, the ability to have so much money that you can just do whatever the fuck you want to do. Nike co-founder Phil Knight and his wife Penny are donating $2 billion to the Oregon Health and Science University's Knight Cancer Institute, the largest single gift to a U.S. university, coming at a time when colleges' public funding is under siege. This is what's about to happen to us. Elections have consequences. Don't care what side of it is you on, but as people attack essentially free speech and free education, in order to have an education, you have to be able to receive information from multiple sides. I do not believe in any kind of restriction or any kind of different things, but with people attacking folks for learning things that they don't like and cutting funding is fucked up. So you'll have people like this who can put this in. And now I'm not saying Phil Knight doesn't have his own agenda. Phil Knight has an agenda. I don't know what he has, but I do know this. If I give you $2 billion, you're going to teach what the fuck I tell you to teach. If I tell you wearing Nikes cures cancer, that's what the fuck you better start pumping out. And it's going to make me more money. So, hey, I don't like that for education, but that could be the direction that we're going in. To quote my boy Scott, you must always remember the golden rule. He who has the gold makes the rules. That is the golden rule. Taylor Swift, in the news for whatever. Taylor Swift's New Heights episode becomes the podcast's most viewed YouTube video in just 12 hours, $8.7 million. Boy, the Swifties are a machine. Speaking of that, have you seen the Swiftie tight end, Travis Kelce, in the ocean?
No.
With a fucking reflector vest on, looking like Razor Ramon.
What?
I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with him. He went from looking like John B. He went from looking like the typical white guy that dates black women. Like, that's the other thing I always like. I have no problem. I like my people. Like, and it's all cultural thing, but like there's a type.
Right.
And then there's that one chick the white chick who always has like the cut like this. Like, you know, that comes at a slant. Like, you already know she got a black baby daddy. Or she dates black, or she likes black dick from time to time. Like, you see the Rebeccas too, but like, you know, just I'm saying there's not a stereotype, it's more of a descriptor. But he went from that John B to looking like a super trooper to not looking like a fake Hispanic man, which Razor Ramon was a fake Hispanic man. When I found out he wasn't really Spanish, it really crushed my heart. I was very upset about that. And lastly, to end on my BS right here. The South shall rise again. Midland Lee is back. Midland ISD School Board voted 4-3 in favor of renaming Legacy High School. The school will be named Midland Lee again, effective the 2026-2027 school year. They are the Lee Rebels. And people are happy about this without understanding that, like, one history book. This is why I say history is not taught properly
At all.
Robert E. Lee after the loss, went back. They didn't prosecute him. They didn't do a lot of different things. Robert E. Lee is actually an interesting read, his biography. I thought I was going to be mad at him and hate him. He really didn't give a fuck about slavery or any of that. He actually didn't want to fight. He just so happened to be really good at his job, and he really wanted the unity, and he just said that this makes more sense than that. He was on the wrong. Then when he lost, he says, I was on the wrong side of history. I don't want any I don't believe any monuments or anything should be held in my name in the South. It only creates the separation and the hurt. These are the words of the man. And you know what they've done? Oh, we're going to honor him. Andrew Jackson hates you people. Jeb Stewart hates you people. You know why he hates you people? Because there are black kids that he didn't even think were people in his school. And you're honoring them with a name, but he fought against that. It's like me going to the whitest school district in America and naming it Nat Turner Elementary. Or sending your kids to Malcolm X Preparatory School. I'm trying to think. Or you know what? I'm gonna go to this trailer park and we're gonna create the Black Panther after school program for your kids. Like, I know you understand why, and you say it's heritage, not hate, and that could be true. Fine. No, it's the bullshit, but like that's fine. Because when you go look at what the actual Constitution, like what the proclamation was, why they said they wanted to start the war, it's in the first fucking paragraph.
If it was heritage, like you said, they'd honor his wishes.
They don't. It's like I'm saying, he's literally angry at you.
They'll spike themselves for the hate.
But they just want to, like, it's crazy and all of this shit. But it's like, I have no idea why you want to romanticize some shit that doesn't need to be romanticized. And then wonder why the world is like this. Germany did one thing right. When they got rid of Hitler and they figured out they were on the wrong side, you do not just see swastikas, even though a swastika, the initial meaning of what a swastika was not what it ended up representing. There's museums for it, but you don't just see that shit. Well, you don't see Hitler, like Hitler University or Hitler Elementary School where a bunch of Jewish kids go to it. It's crazy the things that we try to pretend are okay when they're not. Because again, even if you agree with the sentiment, the man said, I don't want to be honored. It's like me. I swear for God, if I die and y'all throw me a fucking funeral, I'm haunting everybody in that bitch. I'm going to tell my boy, flip the casket over. I want to be cremated. If I'm in a casket, flip that bitch over. Unless I'm here for this. Because I think it would be hilarious and I'll be dead and I won't have to worry about the outcome. Unless somebody comes and says, and when they say, would anybody like to speak that's not the family? It don't matter if it could be true, it could be fake. I just need one person to walk up there and say, how y'all doing today? Lost some good dick today. Now, if somebody does that, then I'll be like, you know what? All y'all, I'm gonna be watching somewhere. Hopefully I'm not looking up. Hopefully I'm looking down. Or I might still be there. Who knows? I might still be there in spirit, but I just want to be there. I want to laugh. I want to laugh at some shit like that. But like, just America needs to have history accurately taught. Clearly, little elementary school kids don't need to be taught that they're evil, but they do need to know that slavery wasn't cool. They do need to know we don't honor losers. Even if they were complex men, we can teach that in high school. You can teach that in college. I love every aspect of history, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And at some point, we got to stop being fucking snowflakes and actually teach that shit. And teach it right. And stop worrying about things that they're not teaching. Because again, I looked over the syllabus for the first grade, and my son has a good teacher again that my other son had. And right now, there's still no Kill Whitey worksheets being taught in public schools. And goddamn it, they're not teaching about LGBTQTCBY again. Because you know why? Daddy wants to go to school on the day they teach about lesbians. And they're not teaching my sons about lesbians. And I am furious. What up, Louis? You ain't been here in a minute, dog. I'm gonna get my dog. We're gonna do some AFC South, chopping it up, man. We're gonna talk about the Titans. We're gonna talk about the Texans. We're gonna talk about the Colts. We're gonna talk about the Jags. We're gonna talk about a whole bunch of other stuff. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're going to be giving away not season tickets, because y'all didn't get me to 10,000 subs, but we're going to be giving away tickets to the Alabama FSU game. Tailgate of the Century is still up there. Please make sure you go and purchase that. I will also have the Carolina Panthers Jags Week 1 tailgate tickets up soon. We're going to be doing some parties, man. All these things go to represent the MFTK Foundation. Pushing that forward. Love each and every one of you on this fucking Friday. Go support one of your local high schools and watch those kids play. It's still and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's fucked up what they did to Rains High School. Somebody got to take care of the kids. It's man, fuck them kids, not fuck these kids. Appreciate y'all chopping it up with me. See you guys next time.